Hello everyone, I'm AD Swinger, also known as Corbidian. This is the Electric Metropolis video game tour, and today we're doing another episode of Fabula Ultima, the castle that would pierce the horizon. And for our first poem. Beneath the deep where miners fled, where gold turns red and silence bled, the forge-born beast with molten brow keeps vigil still beneath the plow. Its chest aglow, a frozen sun, not made for war, yet cannot run. It waits, not angered, but obeys the runes carved in forgotten days. 4 thrones of power guard the seal, storm, the blaze, the stone, the chill. Each calls a name in tongue of old, but spoke askew, the lock grows cold. So heroes stand, both bold and wise, with questions carved in Golem's eyes. Which orders binds? Which frees the spark? Which wakes the fire, or makes it dark? The first to dance is lightning's breath, its races first in fear of death. Then mountain stands, unshaken grim, a bulwark tall with patience dim. Then fire flares with fury raw, it burns what stone and storm once saw. At last the cold comes last of kin, to close the wound and seal within. Should hands be true and minds align, the heart unlids like ancient wine. But if they stray from rhythm's beat, the stone stays sealed, the pulse repeats. And we jump straight into a battle. It gets worse. Once we get there, I'll show you how it gets worse. There it is.
Yay.
Well, the players got there. We didn't, folks. Hold on. We'll get there. We'll catch up. Wait, no, wrong music. This one.
Oh, what is this?
I just see a sad face icon where the image did not load.
It should be down here. It may take a second for stuff to load. Or you have to reset, yeah. So the battle before started when you guys had gone into a mine beneath the city of High Mount, and in search of a precious metal from a heartstone to help build some special wheels that the train will need when it goes to Ascara. You had seen visions of sins past and made your way into a forge. And from as you were walking through the room, after having faced through the door, through the Aether's bearing of the ethereal gauntlet, you all kind of approached and looked around a bit, got a feel of things. Then Aether started collecting some of the weapons and items off of shelves to start putting in her pack. And that's when the golem that was sitting in the amidst a massive forge in the middle of the room rose up and out. Chains and molten rock dripping away from its solid surfaces, and that's when fighting started. And of course the world clock advanced because things have gone by as you've been down here for a while. And as the fight starts, Aether turns to get ready to, with her gauntlet in hand, and it flashes a light, and she looks panicked at it for a second, and vanishes from view.
Yeah. Oh, does it look like it just like cast magic?
The gauntlet did something it wasn't supposed to do.
Okay. Oh, okay. It was Aether's gauntlet.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, still seeing sad face? Or did reloading fix it?
Reloading fixed it.
Good. It is a battle of you two. So choose who's your initiative runner.
I know Moore is the one that has the good initiative.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I will roll to assist, but
That initiative will not be enough to go first. Even with the help.
even with the assist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
That is unfortunate. Where is your assist? I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, it's not loading for me. But it doesn't matter. It sounds like it was too low to.
Yeah,
to
11
pass
wouldn't
even with the
11 wouldn't have
assist.
gotten you over.
Okay. Boo.
We're down here. Whoop, keeping the wrong button. So of course there is the clock of time. There are a variety of things in the room that have glowed to life. Some dwarven runes have glowed on a massive panel on the far room. However, before you even have a chance to really get your bearings, this thing rises up and it raises its hands up and begins to cast a spell upon itself. As the molten rock begins to spew from all its cracks and forms a bubble over itself.
Oh, wonderful.
Turn goes to you guys.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I think the question is, can if I were to make a study roll, could Lucius make any sense out of this?
You could, yeah.
Cool. Just what is that?
Insight. Insight is part of it.
Is this open or?
It is open, yes.
Cool. Then I get my bonus. I get my plus whatever. My plus. Is it? No, not quick assessment. It's 3. I get a +3. Thank you.
Can I assist or no?
Well, that's a. I think that takes your action to do.
It would eat your turn.
Oh. Yeah.
Probably.
No. Hold on.
Yeah.
And
Additionally, because I rolled a 13 or higher on a check to investigate a creature, item, or location, including using the study action during a conflict, I can ask up to 2 questions.
very good. So you're advancing a clock by this attempt. You surpassed it by 3 or more and 6 or more, so it's an additional. So you fill not 1 but 4. Oh, actually, yeah, you get it all in one go. Finish the clock in one massive roll. So that clock just goes poof. Those are old. Those are dwarven. That's dwarven language in its runic, but it's an old form, written in a way like the symbols over the door and stuff are simple enough, like a single word, that even if it was an older rune, you knew it. You could figure it out. This one's a lot older and actually took you your turn to go, what is that? I need to figure it out. And you're also able to translate it in the midst of combat. Throw it in the Discord. Storma gears case, but mountain holds fast, with flamma at last, and gold after flamma.
Okay, so I assume those words are words that I still can't translate. Those other words that...
Well, those are words. They're just in a very old form.
Okay.
You have your questions.
Okay. Because I do get two.
Because the reason the wording is weird is that it's an old language. So you have to rely on older common lingua
definitions.
Yeah.
Hang on. What? I think the two words that I am struggling the most with. What does Giyuth and what is Kase?
Gives and chase.
Storm gives chase, but mountains holds fast, with flame at the last and the cold after flame. Okay, so that means... Okay, I'll continue working that out while the monster does its thing and more Duncan does her thing.
On its second turn, it steps out of its forge, molten rock dripping away from it. It approaches to the bit of floor where your erstwhile friend vanished, reaches way back with a big fist, and boom! Just crashes hard down into the ground with a molten rock dripping onto the floor and sizzling, and making a loud bang. But otherwise, you don't hear any yelp or any shouts of dismay. It goes to more Duncan.
You're muted.
If I unmute, yes,
Yes.
that would be useful. So, yes. I will spend 5 MP and cast Torpor on it.
I don't believe there's a check for this, because you're just bestowing a status effect, I think.
Correct. And I shall bestow Weak upon it. It looks like it's got a lot of might.
Yeah.
What does your Torpor spell look like as you cast it upon this massive golem?
A hypnotizing pattern of light that drains its energy.
And you see the magical energy seep from its cracks, and you see a lot more of the molten rock is pouring out onto the ground, in between the gaps in the shield that you're able to barely see it. But it seems like it's wasting a lot of its energy just onto the floor rather than to fighting and attacking. So it is susceptible to the weakness condition.
Hooray! That's good.
That's good.
It then turns, for its third turn, to the two of you. Actually, look straight at More Duncan.
Oh no.
And it holds out a big hand, and you hear a rumble, 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 rumble from deep inside of itself, and then you see a flash of light occur in its chest. You notice when that happens, these 4 chambers all flash and swirl with magical energy. And that is when it suddenly spews a poisonous gas at you. And some of its MP, because it casts a spell again. Yeah. You now have the poisoned condition.
Ooh.
That is unfortunate.
And for its 4th move,
Odd question, actually.
yeah,
Poison invokes both shaken and weak, right?
I believe so,
I'm immune to shaken.
but not poisoned. Oh wait, I wonder how that works. Yeah,
Yeah, that's my question. Like, does it just apply weak in that case, or? Because I could.
Lame at.
Oh, well, poisoned doesn't... It has the result of doing shaken and weak, but it's not... It's poisoned you're suffering from, in particular. It doesn't make you suffer shaken and weak. It reduces your might and willpower by 1. That's how they can stack. Because you can't shaken somebody, but you can shaken poison somebody to hit their dice twice.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yep. For its 4th move, as this thing seems incredibly powerful, and you're beginning to see why the Dark Knights of yore did not get past this room. No, it's poison was his 3rd move, right? I got, yeah.
Yes.
So 4th move. 4th move, it's gonna walk up and try to punch more Duncan.
Oh God.
Thankfully, you reduced its might, so it's not getting its full dice. 8 plus. Does 12 hit you?
12 physical or
Physical.
magic? Sadly, yes.
20 physical damage as it poof, baffs into you with its fist.
Ouch.
That
I'm in crisis.
turn goes to friendlies. As you see, this thing is incredibly powerful, and he's able to fight 4 of you, much less 2 of you. The clock progresses forward.
I need to divert attention. Lucius is going to. Men, we've been practicing that new maneuver, Iron Forest formation, and we all take up spot, and I am going to. You know what? I will do my thing. I'll do. What do you have for like attacks, more Duncan?
Alchemy, Lux, and
Luck.
a few
Okay.
Others, but mostly alchemy and the Lux magic spell.
Okay. In which case, I think I will just do this as a regular attack then.
Okay.
I'm going to attack with my ancient ice heavy spear.
Okay.
I'm going to spend a Fabula to reroll that.
To what trait?
Noble Republic of Coriostellum. This is Coriostellum tactics.
I follow you. Throw it down, yep. Boink.
I will re-roll that whole thing, because that whole thing is garbage. Hey.
Critical success. That definitely hits. And you get opportunities.
Yeah, hang on. Oh boy, I have to work this out. I feel like information is what I need here. I feel like I need more information. Does it seem? Yeah, I'll go for information.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure. Do these objects in these corners seem like they can be interacted with in some way?
They look like they have magical runes that you can touch to activate them, and they seem to be linked to the magical core that's keeping the molten rock and together.
Okay, yeah. And then in that case, it's just a matter of figuring the order.
So you do
So
you do full damage because you do a regular attack.
Yeah, that's full damage. So that would be 23. However, I'm about to do something.
Okay, so I don't take 23 damage.
Yeah, you're not going to take all 23.
Okay.
Let me find it. Iron Forest. Here we go. I spend 20 mind points to activate the Iron Forest ability.
Okay.
I choose a creature. The attack deals half the normal damage to it.
Okay. Why would you want to do that?
Because the other half of it, I get to choose a type of action. I choose the attack action. You must now spend 10 mind points whenever you want to do that.
Oh, by the way, I'll take my 3 Ultima because it is a villain. Even big bosses should get those.
Yep, every time you want to attack now, you have to spend 10 mind points.
Ow, okay. So not 23, but halved.
Yep.
Would be like 11.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Well, thankfully it's vulnerable,
ice.
so it takes 22 damage from ice. But now it has the Iron Forest tactic, which is a heroic tactic, as I recall.
Yeah, it's a I got that for finishing a class.
Mastery.
Yeah.
As you're all tink, back off, tink, constantly pecking. Like even while it's fighting, it's like you're not even trying to hit it necessarily. You're just jumping it just enough to go. Nope. Just enough to throw off your rhythm. Nope. No. It's like, damn it,
Yep.
Stop poking at me.
Uh-huh. Now, I will say, it can still do guard, objective, spell, or skill.
Yeah. It turns its attention to you.
Uh-huh.
And it will spend 10 mind points to punch you. Punch 10.
10 will miss. And that's 10 exactly. I get to make a counterattack.
You do, yep.
This one has a high roll of 0, though.
Well, 13 hits. 17, that's 24
Yeah.
damage. Ow! As the ice is freezing up the molten and hardening it in places where you stab it. but it's huge. Like you're poking at this thing's legs or poking at its hands as it's punching slowly at you.
Mhm.
It feels like a wave of rock is passing you every time it misses. You can feel the heat radiating off of it all at all times.
Yep. And as it goes to more Duncan's turn, Lucius yells out to her, "The storm gives chase, but the mountain holds fast, with flame at last, and cold after flame." It's referring to the 4 items around here. We have to figure out the order.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Turn goes to you, more Duncan.
Yeah, your turn.
Yeah, I'm thinking. So okay, I will look around for the mountain item, I guess.
Yeah, it's this one.
Yeah. So I'll go over there and see if I can activate it. Hopefully I'm not wrong.
So you reach out your hand to touch against the glass.
Yeah.
You touch against the glass, you feel a surge of heaviness, of solidity, of power, and you feel you see in the midst of it a flash of green light within the chamber that blankets your face, and you feel you can direct the energy within the sphere at something.
Oh,
What is your target?
directed at the storm.
Yeah, I'll direct it at the storm.
Willpower's part of it.
Okay. I will do double willpower.
You see magical rocks appear over the chamber. These that start just forming into being. They look like stones, like massive rocks, but there is a greenish hue to them, as if they've been conjured from elsewhere. And as you direct them with your mind, they whiz with incredible speed and plink, 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 plink off the other unit. You see crackles of electricity go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then it starts crackling above it over and over and over and over until crack. And you have the presence of mind to realize what's about to happen and go, ah! Jump out of the way as crack, it smacks and jolts across the unit. You get the feeling if you got too low a roll, you would have been hit by the bolt attack. You also get the feeling you weren't supposed to do that.
Okay. Good to know.
Big McLarge Huge decides to punch Lucius because you're annoying. Keep stabbing it. And your friends keep stabbing it. That's annoying. Oh, I owe you 10 more.
Yep. Big, large, huge.
Punch.
That's one of my favorite MST3K bits.
14.
14. I think that might actually hit me. That's my... yeah, meets it beats. Fortunately, I get to counterattack again.
It's true. You take 20 physical damage. Punch.
Ooh, that's... you know what? I'm gonna take that. And counterattack.
Okay. Stay up. Yep. Another 24. Ow. It's their turn. It's gonna keep punching you.
Yep.
Punch. I believe that hits.
Yeah, and that's also... I don't get to counterattack that one. I am going to... I'm gonna get down, sir, this one. Hey!
That would normally be 22 damage.
And that just becomes 11 damage.
Punch.
I am now in crisis.
It then reaches out a hand in your direction. You see a rumbling coming from its chest. All the things light up around the room, and then it blankets you in a poisonous gas. You have the poison condition.
Cool. Awesome.
That was its 4 turns, so it goes to you guys. You're both in crisis.
More. Heal.
Healing?
Yeah. We're not in great shape.
Yeah. So I'm going to break out the old alchemy.
Oh, and another click of the clock goes by.
What is this? What are we doing?
So where's that? There's. Oh, also, I am going to note, I am going to use my alchemy thing as my emergency item.
Oh, so you get a free action, basically. This is your freebie, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Yeah,
will
treat.
roll. How many dice do I want to roll this time? I'm going to spend 4 IP because I have deep pockets. And get 5 dice out of it because I have the alchemist bag. Rolling 5d20. Yeah. 19, 6, 14, 7, and 13. Okay, what's that we do?
I think that lets you get all... Does that let you get all of us? Or is it just one of us? Oh, with the 13 you can get both of us.
Yes. So I will do that.
And
Both of us will recover 30 HP and 30 MP. Sadly, I did not get any
yeah.
better healing, but hey.
Both fall out
it's
of
a decent
crisis.
amount.
Was it
Yeah.
MP? Or HP?
It's both.
30
Oh,
of
good.
each.
Oh, cool. That was your turn?
And
Oh, wait, no, that's
if
your
you
freebie. Sorry, you're right.
recall, that is my freebie, yep.
Yep.
But also, if you recall, I am able to overheal up to 50% of capacity. So,
Rune, I'll be introducing you after the enemy has its turn. I'll explain what happened to you.
Good.
Then with my actual action, I am going to go over to the storm one, which I think is this one.
This one.
Oh.
Because that's a bolt.
Storm one. Touch it.
You touch it, you feel electricity tingle at your fingertips, you feel it surge up your arm and into your mind, behind your eyes, and then right back all the way back to the chamber. You see it gathering up above the chamber, and you feel like you can target something with this, with that electricity. What is your target?
Mountain.
Insight is part of it.
Okay, I will go Insight Will. Gosh, roll 20 is so laggy today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ooh.
I'm gonna re-roll that
With what?
because to my theme, I'm not going to fail my friends again.
Throw that down.
Oh, also, did we get Fabula for a villain getting introduced?
You would, yes, sorry.
I
Oh, actually,
don't know why. There it is. Okay.
I'll just give myself another one. You hang on to yours there more, Duncan, because you would have gotten one for
Okay.
it being introduced.
That works. And rolling. I'm gonna re-roll both of those because both of those were less than half the maximum roll.
Yeah.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
You spend again?
7.
Yes.
Okay, throw that down.
This time I will.
So I can gather it up.
If Roll20 wants to respond,
No.
Might want to keep the 5.
I am gonna keep the 5.
Sure, that disappeared too, so I'll just fill myself up.
And rolling the D8.
Probably up top somewhere.
Yes.
8 and 5.
Yeah, 13.
13. You, as you start gathering up the energy and you begin thinking about directing it at the storm, there it is. Took a second for it to read. You get the feeling that if you throw something at that one, this one looks the same as that one, except different energy type. You get the feeling it's just going to retaliate, so you can choose a different target.
Oh.
You do feel like you have a different target, but you do know if you just fling it at this one, it's just going to throw rocks back at you.
Oh, it's telling us which ones like counter each other. I see. So you might be able to like throw it at flame.
Yeah, I will toss it at flame, I guess.
Insight is part of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, on the plus side, 7 is the minimum. So you do get an opportunity.
Means you can ask for information.
Can I see the pop-up of opportunities?
Boop.
Thank you.
I'll note, because you get to know this as part of you before you use your opportunity. You see it. You fling out the lightning. It strikes the chamber. It roars with flame. Flames are conjured above it, and a roar of flame goes up, and you have, with your 7, you're able to back off and avoid being burned yourself.
Got it. Storm for this one, then. That's what I'll do next turn. In the meantime, uh, I think I will choose Affliction
Okay.
and afflict this guy with Dazed.
In the chaos of the lightning and flame, you almost kind of will it to kind of come close to hitting it, like it does this. And anyone else, you think they'd be dazed by the bright light and the flash of lightning, but unfortunately, it appears to be immune to the dazed condition.
Ah.
Yeah.
Bad guy takes its first turn. You didn't actually hit it, so it's gonna just keep punching Lucius until he stops moving.
Yep. Spend your
how
10
long
mind
is your
po-
how long does your Iron Force last?
Oh, it keeps going.
Till scene.
It just says
Nice.
it's
I believe that hits you for an odd.
yeah, from
That-
it just says from now on.
22 physical.
Oh wait, no, it says actually I'm sorry. It says this effect lasts until the start of your next turn or until you use this skill again. But I haven't had the start of my next turn yet.
Okay.
I don't think.
No, you haven't. 22 damage. Punch.
Cool. Get down, sir.
Wow.
Hey! I am. Thanks, guys.
All right.
So that becomes 11 damage.
Yep. So, Aether, what happened to you was, as this molten rock monster rose out of the forge in the middle of the room, 4 things at the corners of the room started lighting up with energy, and then a large slab at the far room lit up with golden runes. As you were about to get ready to fight and help everyone, you noticed the ethereal gauntlet seized on your arm and activated without you doing anything, and then you basically phase out of existence for a while.
Ooh,
And then
that
you
sounds bad. Sorry, go on.
you phase back into existence over here. A little confused and lost, but on the plus side, the glove's off your arm now. As you were probably for a couple rounds, you were basically going, "Get off! I want to go back! Get off! I want to go back! Hey, it worked." Oh, they're fighting the big thing. I will say right now, neither of these two are in crisis. The big molten thing looks like it's trying to punch Lucius to bits. It does look to be weakened a bit, as you can see there's a magic that's forcing some of the molten rock to pour out from the solid parts of its massive body.
Got it.
So the turn can be yours or can be Lucius's, but you're now part of the combat.
Very well. Sorry I'm late, everybody.
You might want to go because I have a thing on it that's that's making it spend points
Okay.
every time it wants to attack.
Right, and I think I just heard you say that it would fall off at the start of your next turn, so you'd rather I go now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
another fair warning that about its condition. It does seem to have a molten shield that's flowing around its body. You can still see the inner body, but there's this big bubble of molten rock that seems to be floating around it.
Got it. Is it making any noises that I would be able to understand since I can speak the language of golems now? Or is it staying?
Destroy. Die.
Bad
Thieves.
stand. Okay.
Destroy,
All right, then, I will,
die, thieves.
Yeah, that's special. Okay.
That's special.
I'd say this is a good time to. Does he have like minions or summons on the field, or is he just one big tough
Just
dude?
one big tough dude.
That's what I thought.
One big
Okay.
champion.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I feel like this is a good time for me to like try to take hits for the team. So I'm going to activate my free Theriomorphosis. I'm going to put on the ones that give me increased defense, increase my insight, and I sort of feel like Toxicophora might be useful. Can they be poisoned? I don't remember.
I don't know. I think that's explicitly a thing that constructs can't be.
Cannot be or can be?
Cannot be.
Okay, then it wouldn't be any useful. I guess I'll go ahead and get Polypoda for multi in case if it becomes necessary.
Like multi 2, multi 3?
It gives me multi 3.
Okay. Good. So you morph and change it the minute you reappear.
Yeah. But that costs 1/3 of my current health
Ow.
and is otherwise a free action.
Nice.
So let's see, I have 70. So what's 1/3 of 70 again? Quick. 32-ish. Yeah, it's like 33. So minus 33. Oh, I did that wrong.
There you go.
That's definitely not right.
What's your numbers? Normally 92. You take how much? 33?
33.
Boop. There you go.
Thank you. Okay, that's right. All right. And then they're, I'm going to be ready to engage with it in combat. It looks like it's got a shield on it though that's going to hurt.
Mm-hmm.
If I strike it with a melee, but I can turn my attacks into, bows. Like even though that's part of my natural weaponry, I can like hurl metal knife, feathers, and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can do ranged attacks.
Right.
So I will set my martial arts Theriomorphosis into gunfire of some sort and attack it with that. I'm trying to see if I want to do anything specific before I commit, though.
Oh, and speaking of it, before I get too far away, Moore, Duncan, and Lucius both appear to have the poisoned condition, just so you know.
Okay. Thank you.
That's information you would know upon seeing them.
Okay. I will. Has anyone performed a study action? Do we know if it's got any weaknesses?
Not yet.
Wait, no. We know it's weak to ice
Oh,
because I attacked it with ice stuff, and
That's true, yeah.
and in that case, it would waste 2 actions just to get it ready, though. Let me see where it was last. My Staff of the Sorcerer King was currently, it was configured for physical, so it would take me an action to equip it and an action to change it. That's a long time. No, I'll just go ahead and attack it with ranged attacks. Let's see if that gets anywhere for now. Sorry, I'm trying to find the right button for this.
Yeah.
Does an 11 hit? Oh, wait, I clicked the wrong button. That's the wrong attack. Ignore that.
Would it be
Totally.
D8 anyway?
Pardon?
Would it be D8?
Well,
D8
it would have been a 12 to hit instead, and it would have been different damage. Like it's +1 more to hit, basically.
Yeah, but your
Also
dice
different.
are the dice different?
My dice stats are different. Yeah, it's
Okay.
also different dice.
Yeah, then you definitely have to
So,
reroll.
yeah,
Yeah.
No,
Is
it is different. Yeah, I apologize.
Because if it's just the statics, I can just take the dice that landed. But if it's different dice, then yeah, it has to be a different roll.
No, instead it's going to be 19 to hit and 19 damage.
Okay, those are 2d8, so the dice would have been the same. The static was the only thing that changed.
Yeah, the code of dice would have been different. Like instead of being Dex willpower, it's Dex might.
Right. So
yeah.
I am going to take the original dice roll because you at a table you would have rolled 2d8 and I would have said I see 2d8 on the table.
Right. Well, then it would have been. Then I apologize. Like I said, it would have been a 12 to hit instead.
Yeah. It hits though. Don't worry.
Okay. So then the high die on that was going to be what, the 5. Then it's
5 plus
17 damage. That's the
17?
correct number.
You as you fling your attack at it, you notice the molten shield blunts a lot of it and halves it away as it plinks into its body. It has
it's resistant.
The shield gives it resistance to physical, but you still do damage. Not.
I'm going to go ahead and tell everybody that if I take the time to like take out the Staff of the Sorcerer King and then figure it into ice, I can probably deal way more damage to it, but that's 2 actions I'd spend doing it.
Its second turn.
If we can stave it off that long.
Turns to face Aether. Spends 10 MP. Thud, thud, thud. Moves up to you, Aether, and reaches way back and swings this massive
melee attack.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Thankfully, it's weakened, so it's actually not swinging nearly as hard as it could have been. That is 11 to hit physical.
It's not going to hit me. Is it an even number on its dice or no?
No, it's an 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, it's going to bounce off my armor.
Woof. As it's moving just slow enough that you're able to kind of back away from the hit, and as you're able to lessen the blow as it plinks off your armor. If you just stood there and took it, it would have hurt, but you're able to kind of move. It's moving so slow that you're able to kind of avoid the worst of it. Falls to Lucius.
Lucius is going to run over to the Earth one.
Okay.
And he's going to try to direct the Earth one at the Fire one.
Okay. Insight is part of it.
Is this an open roll?
Yes.
Cool. I get a bonus. Hey.
Well, 7's the minimum, so you always get something. So it's still opportunity. Yeah. So you you press your hand against the glass. The glass lights up, and what is it doing? There it goes. It starts conjuring up rocks in greenish light, and plink, 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 plink. It smashes into the glass. Fire roars within the chamber, conjures above it in a reddish-orange glow, and fires a massive torrent of fire. With your roll, you're able to notice that if you stay there, you will get burned. So, jump away.
Yeah, I'm immune anyway.
I suppose, yeah. You motion to Vibius and Brinius that they may want to stand back. You just kind of, it's just gonna. Maybe if I stand here, this will change things. Woof. Okay, so that was like 40 fire you almost took.
Yup. Okay, good to know. Jeez.
As it bathes the other chamber, and nothing happens.
For my opportunity, I need information. What are we missing?
You know, there's at least a couple targets in the room that are missing. There's one magical core that this thing seems to be operating, and every time it does its magic, these 4 things all light up. It's almost like they're all connected to it.
Oh, so we should be shooting it.
Yes. I've been dying here for turns. And if you got a really high roll, I was going to give it to you. I was like, okay, for free, you know what the problem is. But you guys were getting enough to avoid damage. I was like, at least you're not getting hurt. On its third turn.
Oof.
It is going to try to punch Aether again. Does not lose 10 MP anymore because it's not being harassed. It's going to have a hard time hitting you, though, it seems. So it rolls that. Bring 18 to hit you.
No, I've got a 19 one-eyed ethereal.
Oh, whoosh! This time it's like bam and grrr. You actually like fly back a tiny bit because you don't get. There's very few things in the world that can hit hard enough for you to care. That you really don't want it to connect. Let's put it that way.
I'm blocking with my shield too. Was it an even number?
Yes.
Okay, then I can use my my melee feature that allows me to retaliate. What's it called again? Let me find it.
Counterattack?
Thank you. Counterattack. Yes, I have counterattack.
Yeah. Same thing Lucy says.
So that gives me a free attack against him.
Yep. So your high roll's 0.
It has to be melee though, so I cannot shoot him. So it's going to risk hitting that field, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah, it's damage.
Yeah. So let me. And high roll is 0, so let me click that button. Gotta change pages. Sorry. I quickly went I can go read the feature.
And it no longer has the thing on it.
I know. Yeah.
It can just attack as normal now.
Yeah. I got that.
Okay, so it's a 16 plus 12 damage.
16 hits. It takes 6 physical. As you stab back at it as it's punching, you start stabbing into its hand. Unfortunately, you kind of stick around a little too long, you kind of attacked it while there was an opening in its shield. But the shield is moving at magic speed, so it's just fast enough to catch you, and you get burned for 30 fire damage.
Holy free holies. At least I'm normal against fire and not like vulnerable or anything.
Yeah.
But 30, that's not a joke. Did you say 30 or 35?
30.
Oof. It definitely drops you to crisis.
Yeah, that puts me in crisis. So that was definitely not a good idea. I'm not going to do that again.
For its third turn, it reaches out its hand. The 4 things light up all around the room. And then it spews poison at you, Aether. There is no roll. It just bestows the poisoned condition on you.
I am... Check it again.
Well, it'd be funny if you're immune to
Poison. Nope, I am not resistant to poison.
What's the poisoned condition?
Right. Oh, right. It's the condition. Click it. Hold on. That's not good.
And for its 4th trick... It will try to punch you.
Okay.
Great thing about golems, I don't have to be. I have to think simple. What makes sense to me? Do this. Attack thing. Actually, Aether, you hear, because you can understand it. It's saying threat assessment. Highest threat found. Destroying threat. And then it punches at you. Because to them, they would just be grinding of rocks and magic noises, which doesn't mean anything to them.
Unrelated question. Is anybody getting weird flashes in Roll20?
I'm not.
Okay. I'll reload it.
Yeah, it might be a loading issue.
Oh, that misses.
Another swing misses. It's uneven, so you don't even have to worry about punching back.
Well, I mean, it's not like I would want to.
Yeah, really. After that last attack, like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to punch it anymore.
Yeah, it's not worth the counterattack.
It acted last, therefore you guys get to act first in the new round. The clock advances.
Well, I'm going to pause it before we jump into our major tactics. Clones of light would not be useful because all they would do is destroy themselves against it.
Yeah.
Like, it'd basically be a waste of an action. I might get a little damage in, but it wouldn't be very useful. So, I am planning to actually, like, take out the magic staff and use it, even if it puts me in danger. But at least then I can do ice damage to it. Maybe it'll destroy the shield.
Well, here's the thing. This thing can shoot ice at it.
Oh, you're just trying to figure out how to activate it? Okay.
Well, we've known how to activate it, and we were under the mistaken assumption that we had to like shoot them at each other in order to cause some kind of effect. No, we just have to shoot them at it.
Yeah.
How do you
We're
aim it?
overthinking it.
You say what you're aiming at.
Gotcha. Okay.
And we might have to make a roll, but we don't know what that roll is just yet, because
Well, if
we
you
haven't
want me to
tried
give
it
it
yet.
a try, I'm more than happy to go and interact with this one and try to activate it.
If I may suggest, just to help get some pressure off of you, I might do my wombo combo, or I might make an attack myself.
Okay. Well, I mean, if it gets to more before me, then maybe more can do something to heal us. I don't know. I don't have a healing spell.
Aside from inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Right, aside from inventory. And unfortunately, I'm basically out of inventory points.
Yeah.
I only have 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna. Oh wait, no. I know exactly what I'm gonna do.
What?
I am gonna do my combo. So, free attack. This costs me. Is this the one that costs me mind points? I don't think so. I think it's
Aren't you immune to fire?
Yes, I am.
Well, then, yeah, you don't have to worry about.
that's why
attack.
he hasn't learned about. He didn't ever learn about the danger of the shield because he wouldn't have taken any damage.
You wouldn't have got burned by it, right?
Yep. There's that, and then.
And more Duncan's not known for doing
it's-
melee attacks.
Yeah.
Technically can,
Yeah.
never does.
Yep. Correct.
What? I'm not built for melee.
Nope, not at all.
Okay. Okay, so I'm doing a free attack.
You are?
Yep.
Okay.
God.
Well, you
Sucks.
hit.
So I hit, and then I'm going to spend 20 mind points. Iron Forest. Attacks now cost 10 MP.
Okay.
That halves the damage, so it's now 8 ice damage,
Which gets doubled.
which gets to 16.
Plunk.
I then spend 10 mind points.
Again.
And I'm gonna say, more Duncan, you can take a free attack.
Okay. Is there any restriction on the type of attack I can make?
An attack.
So attack, but
I
not
think
spell
it-
cast, not inventory.
Oh, you don't
Attack-
have a ranged, do you?
Let me check.
Yeah, you
What
might want to
spell
give that
books are for?
reaction to me instead.
I do have a ranged.
Two?
Oh.
Nope,
Because it's
no,
like
that one's melee.
Okay.
You might want to give the free action to me instead then, because I can just
Oh.
shoot it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Then yes. Aether, shoot it.
All right, I'll hurl like a feather dagger at it.
Okay.
Get back to the correct tab and hit that button. Sorry, I was looking over my stuff again.
Yeah.
I may not hit anymore because now I'm really been
Poisoned.
poisoned. Yeah. Oh, that's a good hit.
What is it?
18.
That hits. Take 6 physical. Plunk. As the
Yep.
molten shield weathers away the hit, but still does damage. Turn goes to it, I believe.
Uh-huh.
Oh wait, I thought you were going to do that. Your wombo. combo stuff.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sorry. And then, yes. And then, Aether, you get to take your turn, because I have the... it's the commander thing.
Okay.
Right. Did you want to give the turn to more though? So she could
Yeah.
like clear our conditions or heal us or something? Although I'm concerned that if you clear our conditions, it'll just do it again, so... I don't know. I mean, I'll go next if you want me to, though.
What do you think more? You want to do alchemy?
Sure.
Yeah, more. So more. Turn goes to you.
5d20, spending a trade point so I don't have to spend the inventory.
As you rifle through your bag, madly digging around.
Oh.
In D&D, this would be a player rifling through their bag of holding, searching for that one magic item that was useful. It's a one-shot item, but man, oh man, if I can figure out the one I want to use.
I see a 13 and a 19.
Classes.
Oh, that's mine points, dang.
10, 18, 19. Oh, you could make it so that all of our dex and might dice go up by 1, which could
That would counter the poison, right?
which would or counteract aspects of the poison.
Sure.
Shoot. Sorry, earlier, by the way, Lucius, when I healed us, you would have had 25 extra hit points and mind points.
Oh,
My bad.
so add 25 more.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because you're allowed to
Okay.
She can overcharge, so you would have been fine.
Okay. Okay, so
I'll
that
do
brings me
as
to
well. 'Cause I keep forgetting
Yeah.
about that.
Yep,
but
that
anyway.
brings me to 76. And cool.
Have 15. Okay. What about? So, me and every ally present on the scene. Are people more hurting for hit points, or are they more hurting for mind points?
Mind points are mind points?
Hit
No,
points or
I'm
mind
hurting for
points?
health. Honestly.
All right. Myself and every ally on the scene recovers 100 HP. Or 1.5 x
max.
your max, whichever is lower.
Yeah,
that'll put me at
that's-
129, so.
That'll put me at 108.
I'm
That
no
puts
longer
me at
riding the ragged
108.
edge of doom. Thank you.
Uh,
Yeah.
Oh, hey, we have the same hit points now.
so, I believe that's your turn, Moore.
Yes.
On its turn, threat assessment. Physical damage, negligible. Ice damage, severe. Destroy, and it turns to smash into Lucius.
I can attempt to cover for him with my guardian feature.
It doesn't matter. It rolled a 9.
Okay, good.
At 9 to hit, I believe that misses.
Yeah, it misses.
Woof, just way too slow.
That very much misses.
Goes to Ethan.
Well, I'm going to take an action to withdraw my staff and prepare it for combat.
Okay.
And because it's a two-handed weapon, that means I also stow my shield. So my AC is going to go down a little bit. My defense will go down a bit, but it's worth it.
On its second turn, it's going to try to pummel Lucius. Destroy threat. Threat destroy. Destroy threat. Threat destroy. Destroy. Bam!
Ooh,
I believe
that's
that hits you.
15. Yeah, that
Can I
hits.
cover? Can I cover him?
Can you?
Yes, the guardian feature allows me to jump in the way of any attack that will hit an ally.
Okay.
Let me read it specifically for you, or put it in the chat for you. Protect. When another creature is threatened by an attack, spell, or other danger, may take their place. Any checks are instead performed against me. You can declare the skill before or after the checks have been made. If it would have affected me already, it affects me twice. So basically, I just jump in the way and it hits my defense instead.
15 to hit.
Nope, not gonna get me.
Pling! Bangs off your armor.
Are you still spending the 10 mind points?
Yep. It backs up. Complex coordination. Threat assessment. Multiple target threat assessment. Activating flame burst. And it almost seems like it flexes. And then it smashes its two fists together. And then all the heat that was within it flares out from it. Its center core around its chest lights up bright. And it just fills the room with fire. It does still need... it will focus its attacks upon Aether and Lucius.
Okay. Well, I can only guard you once. Sorry, pal.
That's fine. Well, if it's fire, I'm immune.
Maybe it'll be me who needs it.
We can... Okay, so it's 2d10.
By the way, it only missed me by 1 because I took my shield off, so...
13 to hit the both of you.
Is that a magic defense?
Magic defense.
Physical or magic? It's not gonna get me.
Just hits me.
I think you're immune.
Yeah, you're immune to fire, though.
Assuming it's fire damage.
Right.
It is fire damage. However, you do take the shaken condition.
Ooh, that's rough.
As it had as you see terrifying screams of the ghosts of dwarves past who died in defense of this forge.
Wow. Oof. Pyroclastic immunity.
Oh boy.
On its fourth move, actually use some. It doesn't use the MP to do that attack.
Yeah, because if that's a spell, then
it's not. Thankfully, that's why I had to spend. I had to spend because it's still an attack. It's just a secondary attack.
Okay.
It reaches out a hand, and you see one of the magical lanterns come off of the wall. How many does that? How many do I summon for reinforcements? Oh yeah, no. I remember how that works. I've used it a couple.
Uh-oh.
Not elemental. Construct. Really. Unfortunately.
So it looks like, unrelated to the this meta context for you, Corby, it looks like I just glanced at the stream that you're running on Twitch, and it looks like as you're moving your mouse around, things that you're highlighting and briefly touching are making my screen over in the Roll20 flash different things as you highlight them. Very strange.
Huh, weird.
Like there's something wrong with my account, and it's briefly seeing things that it shouldn't see as you run your mouse around the screen. I'm not getting information or anything from
No.
I'm just letting you know what's happening. Sorry.
So yeah, it will. You see 3 magic lanterns. Start filtering off the wall. They seem to be approaching to attack. You guys have all acted, so they'll act. Where are you, little guys? There you are. Give them their HP and MP. And these aren't elites, they're just regular magic lanterns. They just have 1 turn. This was gonna float over. Whoa. It starts pouring out some of its magical flame into the construct.
Ow.
Restoring some of its... Hello? Why did you do that? Let's try that again, folks. Plus 45. Minus 10. There you go. This one's gonna float over. Do the same thing. Let me get my actions here. And this one, the third one, is going to float over. And it looks like it's going to head toward the contract, but it actually goes up to Lucius. And a bolt of magical energy is flung from it in the form of electrical bolt damage. Does it hit you's the question. Does 11 hit you?
Magic defense?
No, physical.
Oh, no, it does not. So is this a, just for future reference, is this a, what's it?
You tell me.
I have to check the counterattack thing. Is this a melee attack?
It is a ranged attack.
Okay.
I just moved
All right,
it up
cool.
to indicate who it's attacking. That's worth asking
Got it,
because
got it,
I do that to kind of mask what's happening a little bit. But if an ability would alert you to it, then I have to be truthful and tell you if it's physical or melee. Because your ability would activate or not, and you'd know that. The bad guys acted last, therefore good guys act first in the new round. The clock advances.
I'd like to call out, if I go first, I can just Clones of Light, and then we can have the... Actually, I don't even need to do that. I can do a melee martial arts attack because I took the minion mowing feature and just hit all the minions if y'all want.
Sure.
Okay, then I'll pause what I was doing with my staff, and I will make a shooting attack at the 3 lanterns that just came out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. It has multi-3, so I can hit each of them once, and 12 to hit, 16 damage.
Plink. Plink.
It didn't hit their armor?
Plink. Give me a second.
Oh.
Give me a second. As you fire your attacks into the metal things. Oh. It seems these fragile lanterns do not react well to physical damage. They are in fact vulnerable to it. They are all in crisis
Lucky
as
me.
they look like they're about to fall apart.
Yay. Okay, good. You had me worried for a moment there. All right. That's my turn. They're up, I guess.
Consume, entomb, eliminate. And it moves to punch Lucius.
Of course.
And as it moves to punch you, you see all of a sudden the ghosts of all those dwarves start flooding your vision.
Awesome. Ooh, yeah, it's gonna hit me.
Well, I mean, I might still be able to defend you. Let me see. Yeah, I can do it once per round. No, wait. You also cannot protect multiple creatures from the same danger. Yeah, I'm good. I can use it again after the start of my next turn, which just happened.
Okay.
So I will jump in the way, block it. What's the attack roll?
That would be 17. Yeah.
Okay, you get me.
Oh, Baff. You.
Remember, I took my
Oh yeah, that's why I am.
big mistake. Not only that, but it's because I spaced out. I should have went over here to this thing.
24 physical. Baff.
Okay. No problem.
Goes to you guys.
More. Shoot the thing with the ice.
Yep.
I'll distract it. Ow!
I'll go over to the ice one. Is that this one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I will go over to the ice one and try to activate it.
You took your hand to the glass. It frosts over. You feel a chill at your hands. Shiver goes across your entire body. You direct the energy back into the chamber. You see a winter storm billow within the chamber, and then big icicles form and dance above the chamber. What is your target?
Golem.
And you see them. Do you attack the golem anywhere, or do you direct the magical energy at its core?
At its core.
You notice that as you direct it at its core, the icicles form up into a bluish aura of light, and like a beam of light, it connects straight into its core. And then you see the light flicker over and over and over and over. Invalid input,
Oh.
it says in its golem way. For more, it just kind of makes noises. It doesn't seem to do anything.
Oh, it has a shutdown sequence.
Arr. Good try.
Gotta go back to that order. Storm gives chase, but mountain holds fast. Flame at last, and cold after flame.
Multiple threats acknowledged. Destroy. And it punches its hands together to blast Lucius and... Oh, wait, no. Aether still has that effect, so it will try to punch Lucius. It says... their voices will be heard. Hear their voices in despair as it moves to punch Lucius in the face.
It seems to be upset about something.
Uh-huh.
Punch.
You don't say.
That'll hit me. 17? Yeah, it hits.
Ouch.
And I can't even counterattack. Cool.
23 physical.
Ooh, yeah, I'll take that.
Hey, thanks to the overhealing, you're still above max.
And
Yep.
then... Lucius, your vision becomes flooded with the faces of the countless dwarves who fought to defend this place. Their every hope, their every dream, their final despair, all of it. It won't stop. Why won't it stop? The voices never stop. Lucius collapses to the ground, screaming in terror.
Oh boy.
Lucius, you're out of the combat.
Wow. Okay.
Turn goes to it. Threat neutralized. Assessing threat. Turns to Aether. Destroying threat. And it swings its fist at Aether.
Oh,
20 to hit.
that's going to hit me. Yeah, that's going to hit me.
As 25 physical. Baff.
Okay. Going to put me at 80.
As it punches, it just keeps repeating what it said before and tries to punch you some more. Because you are already poisoned, so poisoning you again is pointless. That doesn't stack. Punch.
What the hell?
It's rolling hot.
The exact same roll.
25 physical.
Again.
Yep. Punch.
Okay. I'm in crisis. Oh, wait, I'm not in crisis. I'm just hurting.
The lanterns, well, they try to zort you. Zort.
Okay.
This one bolts back a little bit to fire its attack. It is firing a bolt of fire at you.
Right, so they're physical attacks, right?
Yes.
There's a critical failure.
Yeah, it misses 100%. As a kind of actually in Crisis, I'll say it charges up its fire blast, and then it's so fragile and old that it just kind of it just cracks apart. This one floats over. It's charging up its laser, so to speak. It generates a bolt of energy to fling at Aether. Or 9. Does 9 hit you?
No.
The other one floats over, charges up its magical power, generates fire, and destroys itself.
Wow.
What?
Well, I mean, the enemies have to roll garbage eventually.
Pretty funny.
The clock advances.
Oh boy.
The enemy acted last, therefore good guys get to act first. Lucius cannot act. Most that can happen is that Lucius is carried away from its immediate attack by Vivius and Abrinius. Lucius, you do not have the defeated condition. You are disabled by its attack.
Okay.
Moore, do you want to try and blast it with ice again, but aim at a different location? Or
No,
do you have something
I'm
else
going to try to do something else.
Okay. Well,
I am
then
going
I
to
will
blast
try to
it, but not with ice.
Yeah, okay. Well, I may go over there and fool around with that item then, if that's all right with you.
Well, there's no point because there's a specific order.
Oh, like you can't activate that one again until it's ready? Is that right?
Well, no.
Well, so if you go in, if you go into the Discord, there's like a little poem sort of thing.
Right, and y'all figured Flamestorm, Mountain Cold, like y'all figured something out?
Okay. Yeah, so there's an order to them. We're not 100% on what it is. But at least we know it doesn't start with ice.
If cold is giving chase after flame, and flame is at last, then I think cold is right before flame.
I see.
Well, but it says and cold after flame though.
Gives chase. Cold after flame gives chase.
Storm gives chase, but mountain holds fast, with flame at last and cold after flame.
Oh, okay. So
the gives chase part was him clarifying the second and third word.
All right. Well, I could use my action to just configure my staff for ice damage, and then hit it with that. But I wouldn't be able to attack it this round. I'd just be configuring.
I think our best bet, honestly, at this point, is to have you guys focus on the
I think it's Storm, Mountain, Flame, Cold.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna need a little direction then, because I'm not sure on what I'm supposed to do then. What would you like me to do?
Storm thingy, blast golem in its core.
Ooh.
This one.
Okay. All right, then I will maneuver past it and attempt to activate this and aim it towards the ice so that it hopefully blasts ice out at the monster.
No. Just aim at the center of it.
Aim at the core. Okay. All right.
You reach out to the glass chamber. If your hand touches it, you feel electrical sparks go along your hand, and kind of that tingle that goes that shoots up past your shoulder, up to your shoulder. You feel energized and alive, and then you feel it. You're able to direct it back down through your hand, back into the chamber. The chamber has a bunch of lightning bolts, just blasting back and forth, until eventually it starts forming. You see yellowish lightning bolts conjured above it.
Mhm.
And you feel like you can target something. What are you targeting?
I will target the core of the golem, as they told me to. And what do I need to roll?
It starts flickering back and forth, and then you notice instead of snapping and getting ready to blast, it kind of forms into one solid ball of yellowish light, and then you see it fire a beam straight into the center of the golem's core. There is no roll, as its core lights up. You see electricity crack from the core across its entire body. Stage 1 deactivation activated. On its turn,
Okay, I'm going to repeat that out loud so that more Duncan understands it.
it loses its turn. Goes to more Duncan.
Cool. I am going to the mountain.
Got to be Earth.
Yep. The earth one, which I think was here.
Yeah.
And I will try and activate it and shoot at the golem's core.
A green beam of light hits it in its chest. You see the rock get bigger, and they start to shrink in a bit, and it almost seems to shrink in size as it contracts and starts trapping some of the molten rock around it. Stage 2 deactivation activated.
I say we're on the right track. It's stage 2 deactivation.
Cold would be next.
On its third turn,
Okay.
it does something.
Well, but cold is after flame.
Analyzing.
Oh,
Analyzing.
Flame.
Analyzing. Confusion. Confusion. Thief present. Deactivation. It wastes a turn being confused.
We're definitely messing it up somehow.
Deactivation unclear. Stage 2 active. Destroy thief. And it moves to hit Aether.
Okay.
But the beams are still hitting it in its chest. That doesn't stop.
Got it.
Punch. Still weakened though, so it might miss. 17 to hit.
That's going to get me because I foolishly took off my shield.
That is 23 physical. Punch.
Okay. Didn't. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
The little lantern's going to float over, and it's going to lend it some of its mana. Because it's not sure what to do at the moment. Whoops, I did it again. I keep doing my math in the wrong direction. Bad guys acted last, therefore good guys act first. I will note that the 2 beams of light seem to be eating its turns. It does not have its full amount of turns.
Okay. I'm going to say I should probably go next because I can only take like 1 or 2 more of those hits.
Okay.
Do you want me to go to the fire one next? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll scoot around it and come activate the fire one and aim at the core.
A red beam of light strikes it in its chest. You see all the molten rock that was seeping out of the rocks get shut off, and it contracts even more. And it looks more like a regular golem now. It looks a lot more just like a big rock golem with electricity sparking across it. You see a flare in its eyes. Stage 3 deactivation activated. It loses its turn. More Duncan.
I'm gonna go over to the cold one and try to finish the golem off with it. Yeah.
It hits it in its core. Cooldown activated. The lantern flows back to where it was. Stops being a threat. It steps back into the flame, sinks down into its depths, and it stops moving.
Go check on Lucius.
The terror's as it deactivates and steps in, the terror goes away.
Lucius just sort of sits up.
You alright, Lucius?
If I said no, would that be all right?
Taking away 3 Ultima.
Yes.
Of course. You don't have to be strong for us. Are you all right? I mean, what happened?
It showed me. It showed me a lot of death. And oh wow, he looks around. This place has seen a lot of it. As he, as Vibius and Umbrinius probably pull him to his feet.
Yeah. You have visions and dreams as you're standing up, because the last few ones you saw were various dark knights desperately fighting this thing, and this thing just obliterating them. Which, obvious, because the minute they do a physical attack, they take 30 fire damage, and then it does this flame burst and does 30 damage to everybody, and after it punches people, it does what it did to you and engulfs them in despair and terror, and then they're disabled and unable to fight back.
Yep.
Until they're defeated.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Get wrecked.
Yep. This thing is meant to take on large groups of people.
Well, I'm going to sheepishly apologize to all of you. That I think that was my fault. I'm sorry.
No. Yeah, no. That was on you, I think. Ooh.
Jeez.
He just lets out a deep exhale.
Well, I mean, I was just thinking that we wanted to fill our coffers while there was money here. I didn't know that it was going to be guarded by such a powerful guardian.
Well, we came here for something anyway.
Why don't we see if we can find that? What we came here for.
Okay.
Right.
We want to get out of here.
Lucius is going to reach into his bag and I just realized I am both poisoned and shaken, aren't I?
Yep. Aether, the scene ends, so your transformation goes away.
All right.
So that is
Turn that off. Poisoned.
Yeah, at the very least, I'm going to open my backpack. It's only 2. I'll just spend 2 for now. I'll drink a tonic and recover from poisoned.
Okay.
I will
'Cause
also drink a tonic.
Because that's the nasty one that because that kills both my
It's like might willpower.
might and willpower.
No.
Although
Man.
I don't think might can go any lower than D6.
No.
May I ask what the little trap symbol on the right on me is? Like, I know with the poison one, I'm not sure what the other one is.
Crisis.
Ah, okay, thank you.
So yes, looking for what we came here for.
Yes.
You do see. You don't see the metal you're looking for, but you do see a doorway over this way.
Okay. Why don't we go through the doorway?
Yes, as far away from that thing as possible.
I'll just have the cold comfort of knowing that if our 4th party member were here, we still would have had that fight. It just would have been somebody else looting that caused it.
I
I mean, that's literally the only cold comfort I have is that, it was only me because someone else wasn't here.
Yeah, the only reason it was you is because 7 wasn't here to do it quicker.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
You walk across a tiled floor. You see a doorway off to your left and a massive golden vault, a door to the far end.
It occurs to me before we go any further, I gotta throw this out there. If we go back in that room where the Guardian is and we don't mess with any of the gold or anything, it's actually a pretty safe room. We literally know that vault door, other than me getting y'all in, hasn't been opened in a long, long time. We can lock it again and have a safe place to rest. Do we want to take a rest?
We don't have time. Like, there's a clock on the board.
Yeah.
Okay. I just thought I'd ask.
Someone's in crisis and is concerned about it. In crisis
Well, no,
and
it's not that
poison.
I'm in crisis. It's that I have conditions, right? But that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't really mind the damage that much, though. I just see
I'll
that as it costs
spend-
me a lot less Ethereum.
I will spend a trade point and generate a tonic for.
I was going to say more. Wait, hold that until we actually get into fights, because as long as I don't go down in the first round, I can Ethereum for like 10 points, and then you can heal me afterwards. Like, I don't
Okay.
mind being low.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Lucius
That's
is gonna
not actually my concern, right?
Lucius is gonna keep an eye on the door on the left.
Don't worry, it keeps an eye on you too.
The door has
What?
an eye?
No, it's a door. It's just keeping an eye on you.
Okay.
Suspicious.
Well, which door do you... Yeah, are you going to investigate the door then, Lucius?
Yeah. Yep. Gonna investigate this door here.
I will be nearby to guard you if something explodes, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and put my staff back up after I configure it to ice. I'm going to leave it configured to ice and then put it up and be ready with my shield again, okay?
Okay.
That's probably
Thank
not
you.
a bad plan.
You see a door, Lucius. It is metal, has a keyhole. What do you do?
Lucius will attempt to open it.
Clink, clink. Seems to be locked.
All these locked doors around here, and not a single key.
I'm okay.
What?
No, don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm okay. I can't say.
Yeah. Okay, well, I suppose that leaves the big gilded one at the end of the hallway.
I'd like to point out, too, you said that I was able to get the gauntlet off.
Yeah.
Can I switch it from other accessory now?
You
Put
could,
it
yeah.
away?
You could, yeah.
I would like to do that.
Yep.
I'll switch my accessory back to the other one so that I'm not worried about accidentally activating that thing again.
Yeah, because it was
That was
stuck on
bad.
you last time. That's why I was like, oh, I have a perfect reason why you disappear for a bit. The stupid thing activates.
Okay.
So you're walking up to the vault door, are you?
Uh-huh.
It is a vault door.
Any strange patterning or mechanisms beyond, the standard giant wheel thing that's usually on vault doors?
There is. 1 second. Get it in front of me.
Yay, time to decipher more dwarven. Actually, deciphering the dwarven the first time went really well. I rolled doubles and immediately instantly translated it. We just did really badly at understanding what that wanted us to do.
Right.
Whoops.
You see upon its face what appears to be an emblem, 5 emblems. In the center, there's the big turning wheel, but in the middle of the wheel, there is a glyph for wind on the upper left, one for fire in the upper right, one for ice on the lower right, and one for earth on the lower left. And in the center is a massive golden heart. And they all look to be like buttons that are extending out from the door.
Can you write in the Discord which ones there are?
Actually, you know what? I'll visualize it. I have a better way to... 'cause I actually have things that can get you. Oh, nope, that's not premium. These are things I'm. Scroll.
The storm, the blaze, Okay, yeah, this is something from the poem. 4 thrones of power guard the seal, the storm, the blaze, the stone, the chill. Each calls a name and tongue of old, but spoke askew, the lock grows cold.
Ooh.
Lightning's breath, it races first in fear of death, and mountain stands in shaken ground. Fire. Okay.
Whoops, no.
So in other words, we don't want to get the order wrong.
Right. True when minds align.
That's you're funny, you silly thing. Oh, that's funny, but not what we're looking for.
Nope. You said wind, not lightning?
There it goes. There you go.
Huh.
And there you have it. This is how it's configured here. I'm using this room to kind of visualize it.
Yeah. Cool. That's cool.
Oh, do I need to go back up? Yeah, okay, you're in the other room again. I see. I was zoomed in on the hall, sorry.
The first to dance with lightning's breath.
Yeah, the one's definitely wind, fire, and earth. What's that other one? Look at the elements again. Stats.
I clicked the wrong thing entirely.
Ice. Gotta be ice.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, from top left and moving clockwise, that's wind, water, ice, and then earth.
So no, there is no that's wind, fire.
Sorry, air and fire. Yeah, air, fire, ice, and earth.
I'll give it to you for free. Water is symbolized by ice as well, because it's ice is the symbol for water and the magical elements.
Right.
Yeah. The only thing that I'm not with questions carved. Interesting.
Well, if it's in the order that it's in the poem, then it should be the air, the fire, the earth, and then the water. But we don't know if that order is correct.
Air, earth, fire, and water? Because that's the order it is in the poem.
Actually, a curiosity. More, can you take a look at that golem and see if there's anything of note?
Alright, one moment, and I'll go take a look at it.
Insight is part of it.
I'm just going to muse aloud. Do we think it might be the same order that we used to deactivate the golem, or no?
I'm going to prompt again. More Duncan. Insight is part of it.
Insight? Thank you. I didn't hear you.
Apologies.
Oh, there it is. God, my heart stopped. I thought I lost the sheet. I've been very upset with myself.
No.
Ooh.
This is a Dwemer Forge Guardian. It is slow, molten, ancient, and bound to its location. It is immune to poison, resistant to earth, immune to the poisoned condition, as well as the damage. It can absorb fire, which you notice it's actually healing all the damage it took during the fight while it's sitting in the forge. It is immune to slow, dazed, enraged, and shaken. It is vulnerable to ice damage and air damage. In the center of its chest is a glowing rock that seems to be what gives its heart. And it would seem to be crafted with that roll of Heartstone. And that's what's powering it. This is not a mere high fantasy golem or natural fantasy golem. Natural fantasy golems are a lot weird. Those are like made of clay with certain runes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
High fantasy ones are the ones you might be more familiar with in D&D. You conjure a bunch of earth and then make the earth stack on itself. Magitech is the next step beyond that, where you start combining multiple elements to make an even stronger super golem. That's what this is. Given the time period this thing was made, that means the dwarves were messing with their own version of Magitech. And Heartstone seems to be a core component of that.
Interesting.
Did you share that with all of us, or?
Yes, I would
Okay.
share that. It seems to be
How-
magic and made of Heartstone.
Do we think we can actually take the core while it's inert?
Well, it's guarding something, so it's probably in our interest to figure out what it's guarding. Especially since it
We're
didn't
talking about the
exactly
trap in the
take
door,
something
right,
Last
right.
time we tried to take something.
Right. Well, the order we used to disable the golem might be the same order used to open the door. Do y'all think that's a possibility or not likely?
I think they're two separate things.
Can I attempt to think on the problem and, logic out if I think that it should be the same order, like that's some sort of
Insight's
rule
part
of
of
the
it.
way that these things work? Okay, I'll try to figure it out.
Open roll, because I think that matters for you.
Okay, it does matter, thank you.
Yep.
That means I get a +1 with it, which I'll just add on manually.
Yeah.
Just put a 1 here, there we go. 14.
14. You get the feeling that the magical runes in the other room corresponded to the Heartstone that was within the golem. These ones seem to be connected to the Heartstone in the door, so they're different. The order would not necessarily be the same.
Got it.
Also,
okay,
on top of that, because of that higher roll, they don't have the same 4 symbols. The one symbol that doesn't match, lightning is in the other room, or bolt, I should say. Fire Fire's in this one, but this one has air instead of lightning.
Got it.
Wind instead of lightning, I should say. Air or lightning? It's
Right,
wind. It's
right.
wind, sorry.
Wind instead of bolt. Right, air instead of bolt. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, I will say that it can't be the same because one of the elements is different. So it doesn't seem to be like a universal rule of the way Heartstones always work. So it's a whole new, probably a completely different order.
I don't see any writings on any of the walls nearby, do I?
No.
Hmm.
It seems they expected someone approaching this powerful vault door to know the way in.
There has to be a clue right here somewhere.
On a lark, I'm going to try air, earth, fire, cold, or water.
So the first thing you hit is air.
Air.
The button depresses in, it goes flush, and you hear a happening behind the door or within the door, you think. What's the next one?
Now earth.
Click. You hear you ever hear like a laundry machine with a bunch of heavy stuff in it and it's banging around in there? It's making that noise in the door. It's loud. So if you were trying to be sneaky, everyone in this hall would know you were here. It is not secret you're opening this door. But you don't take any damage, so, and it doesn't stop.
Now fire.
Click. You press it in. The whole thing starts glowing bright yellow as you hear a roar of fire within.
And then the cold one.
Click. You hear click, clank, 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 click, clank, 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 click, clank, 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 clank. You don't hear anything now.
Does the door open?
No?
I'll try to turn the handle.
Clink, clink. Feels like it's stuck, like there's some sort of latch or switch you're supposed to hit.
Maybe the heartstone.
Yeah, I'll try to turn the heart.
You push it in. You feel your hand go through the stone, and your hand melds into the heart, and you see beautiful, thunderous skies laced with lightning above the high mounts. The mountains reaching not within the lands merely of Wakamal, but across the face of the countless realms, to as high as the skies have clouds, to as low as the greatest abyss of water. Indeed, all the way down to the Sea of Souls. You see the fires that brew within the hearts of the living and the dead alike, and you see the cold that brings all back to the Sea of Souls. And the door opens.
Cool.
And as the door opens, we do have a hard stop, so I will call it here. But hey, you're making your way into the vault, and you manage to bypass the guardian of the forge. The clock goes to 6. 6 is not enough to advance the clock, so it will stay there until next time. So the world clock will not advance because you were not stuck in that fight for very long, and you didn't get messed up in any of the traps up to this point. So for now, all's well that's going to be well, and all shall be well, one hopes. For everyone watching out there, thank you very much for watching. For those playing, thank you very much for playing, and we'll see you again next time. Bye. That fight was hyper close. I am very impressed you got that. I purposely made that a puzzle fight. It's like, if you can beat this thing, good luck. It's hard as heck. It's not a fair fight. The fair way to fight it is to figure out the puzzle to shut it off.
Right. I apologize for the lateness. Allow me to explain myself.
Oh, we're still live for a bit. You may want to keep that to yourself.
Okay, I'll wait then. Yeah. Fair enough.
Just want to give you the heads up. It's gonna be running for a little bit.
Yeah, it's okay.
Ooh, that was. Ooh.
High five on figuring out that puzzle at the end there, by the way, Moore. Good job.
They lost 2 turns plunking. They were like throwing stuff at each of them, going like, I wonder why that's not working. I'm just sitting here dying, going, oh god, no. It's gonna kill you before you figure out the puzzle.
Man.
Yerp. Yeah.
So are we clear?
Not yet, no. Another few
Yeah.
seconds.
Iron Forest though is a neat one.
Yes.
Yeah, that really messed me up. I was burning through all its MP. I was like, I wonder why enemies need MP at any point. I'm like, oh, that's why. In case of powers like that.